Hey guys, welcome once again to my channel. This is your girl Isatu, and I remember my last video we talked about one or two things with regards to the COVID-19 in the country, and I just thought to bring an update. I told you that if I have any more information, I'll be bringing you more updates about how the COVID-19 situation is unraveling in the Gambia. So this is the second video I am making with regards to this issue. So I just wanted to let you all know that we had a press release that was spread out yesterday, and this release was from the office of the president, and it was delivered by the spokesman, that is Ibrahim Sankare. So I'm going to be reading this press release so you have more information about what's happening right now in the country. But before that, if you're new here, do not forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and get more information or get updates about videos I'll be uploading. And if you've been here from the beginning, thank you so much for always being here. Thank you for the support, thank you for the love. And I just also wanted to let you guys know that I've already done my COVID-19 test, and I'm waiting to be called for the results. So I want to say thank you so much for sending love and prayers. And as we speak, I am in isolation. That is to say, I'm trying not to mingle so much with my family and friends, just so in case, I don't know what the result will be, but at least to keep them safe. So I have been home. I do not go out so often, and even if I do, what I try to do is to ensure that I go out and use my face masks and I social distance. But I've been home throughout. So this is an update, like I told you, about what's happening. So thank you for sending the love and the prayers. They have really worked well, and I'm feeling much better today and all vibrant. So yes, we're ready to kick in. So like I said, there was a press release that was released yesterday from the office of the president, delivered by Sankare. And this press release I'm going to be reading to you, and it's sort of like puts the country into curfew, and that is nobody is supposed to go out after 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. in the morning. And I know all of this is to just contain the virus, which we are having more and more cases every single day. So as of 6th August 2020, I'm recording this video 7th August 2020, but as of yesterday, the total number of active cases that we have is 777 cases, and the new cases that are recorded is 136 cases, and the new tests that have been conducted is 324 new tests. So as of 6th August 2020, we have a total confirmed case of 935, and we have 136 people who have recovered, and there are 16 deaths recorded. So you see, compared to the last updates that I gave, we have more cases now as of yesterday. And I want to tell you guys that we have had more and more tests going on, because when I went for my test, we had a lot of people in line waiting to do the test. So I can positively say we had almost more than 300 people who were there lining up to do their test. So we're having more tests, and I'm sure the results will be out soon. So which I feel is good in the part of the government, because initially when we had low cases, the tests were not very rampant, and a lot of people were not eager to go and test, but now that is changing, and I think it's a way to go, if you ask me, because now that more tests are going to be conducted, then more of the cases that we're not aware of before will now come into the light, so, and they will be able to be treated, and that will avoid the increase in cases. So that's it. And like I said initially, there is a press release which was sort of out yesterday, and I'm going to read this press release to you, and it's about the curfew. That is the new regulation that the government have put in place to ensure that people stay in their homes as soon as it's 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. in the morning. And all of this is to sort of like contain the virus. And most people have been saying that 10 p.m. is late for a curfew, that 8 p.m. will be a better time. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think the government should reduce the time to 8 p.m. or do you think 10 p.m. is good enough? So like I said, most Gambian youths have been saying 8 p.m. is a better time, because 10 p.m. obviously everybody is going to bed, so what's the use of a curfew? So you let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Do you think a curfew is better at 8, or do you think 10 p.m. is a good time? At least then everybody is at home. So give me your suggestions, and here is the press release. In the wake of the worrisome trajectory of the COVID-19 pandemic in the Gambia, His Excellency President Adama Barrow, in exercise of the powers vested in him by Section 34(1)(a) and pursuant to Section 34(2) of the 1997 Constitution, declares a state of public emergency effectively midnight tonight and curfew effectively tomorrow, 6th August 2020, throughout the Gambia for a period of 21 days. The Public Health Dangerous Infectious Diseases Protection Regulations 2020 shall continue to operate side by side with these new accompanying regulations. 1. All houses of worship, mosques, churches, etc. shall remain closed. Mosques or churches shall be used solely for call of prayer or religious announcement. All form of gatherings at mosques and churches are prohibited. 2. Night curfew is hereby imposed throughout the jurisdiction of the Gambia from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. daily. Only persons on official COVID-19 duties, ambulances, and public officials on essential assignments are exempted from the curfew. Anyone who violates the curfew commits an offense and is liable to a fine of $5,000. So the fine of $5,000 is equals to $100 in American dollars currency. So that is to say, if you're found outside after 10 p.m., if you're not on any assignment that has to do with the COVID-19, then you're going to pay a fine of $5,000, and $5,000 is $100 in American currency. So just for some of you who do not know the conversion of dollars to dollars, so 5,000 equates to $100. That is if you're using the exchange rate of $50. All educational institutions, universities, colleges, schools, madrasas, daras, majalis, and gamos shall remain closed. However, grade 12 students are exempted only for the period of their WAEC/WASC examinations from 7th August to 7th September 2020. These schools shall open solely for the purpose of administering exit exams. So this is for the final year high school students, those in grade 12. They have to keep going to school, only them, for their examination. And the only reason they have to do that is because they need to ensure that they complete their exams, their WAEC exams, so next year they can go into tertiary institutions. So those are the only ones exempted. 4. All non-food outlets in all markets throughout the Gambia shall remain closed. Exemptions are granted to banks and financial institutions, pharmacies, drugstores, supermarkets and mini markets, local corner shops, and essential food traders. The markets shall be open between 6 a.m. and 2 p.m. daily. All land, sea, and air borders of the Gambia remain closed. Entry and exit of persons into the Gambia is suspended except for diplomats, drivers of essential commodities, and persons seeking urgent medical attention abroad. Okay, this is the confusing part, guys. We have been told that borders and airports are closed, except for cargos which have medical supplies, blah, blah, blah. But the funny thing is, yesterday, because I don't live very far from the airport, and yesterday, right above in the sky, in my house, there was a flight going to the airport and landing. So how comes the government is telling us that, flights are not allowed in, borders are closed, yet these flights keep coming in? And I can tell you for sure, this is a flight carrying passengers. And there is this press release from Brussels Airline, because I think they are the ones operating. I'm going to read the press release for you, so you sort of understand what I'm trying to say here. So they said in the press release that they are only bringing Gambians that wants to return home and taking back people who are resident in the Gambia and want to go back into their countries. But I know for sure that we have people coming in who are not Gambians at all. I don't know if you get my point, or who do not even reside here. They're coming in for visits. I don't know if you get it. I'm not saying nobody should come in. I am just saying that the government should be really clear on terms and making people understand what's going on. So I feel they're playing games. That is what I feel. I am not saying games about the COVID. I'm talking about the flight issues. I think there is something going on that us as citizens don't know. I don't understand what's happening, but I know for sure that flights are still coming in. So I don't know when they talk about the airport is closed, how closed is it? Because people are still traveling in for visits and blah blah blah. So I'm going to read that press release from Brussels at the end of this video, and then let's see how we balance all of this. Only cargo and humanitarian flights bringing Gambians home diplomats or humanitarian workers will be allowed, subject to them seeking and obtaining prior approval, among other stringent conditions. Any passenger destined for the Gambia shall be in possession of a valid certificate from points of departure indicating that he or she took a COVID test with a negative result at least 72 hours before boarding. A person who breached this regulation on the border closure commits an offense and is liable upon conviction to a fine of 5,000 Gambian dollars. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? What is happening? I don't know. Honestly, I don't get it. Flights are coming in to bring only humanitarians and Gambians who live abroad or in the diaspora back into the country. But I know of people who are coming in who are none of this. So I don't get it. And if somebody gives you a COVID test negative, who knows? It takes 2 weeks to know if somebody has a symptom, right? So, I mean, if somebody has symptoms, the symptoms start showing when it's 2 weeks. So if I take a test, for example, in a day, let's say in 3 days, and I am COVID free, but I have COVID and the symptoms have not started, and I travel into the country and my certificate shows that I'm COVID free, then a few weeks later, bam, my symptoms start showing. It does not make any sense to me. I don't know if it does to you. If it does, let me know. But it doesn't make any sense to me. Then 8 says the armed forces may be deployed pursuant to section 187(1)(b) of the Constitution of the Gambia to support the civil authorities in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. It is disheartening to realize that several of our beloved loved ones, among them prominent citizens, have succumbed to this deadly ailment, while others continue to undergo treatment as others still battle for their lives. President Barrow, the first family and the government of the Gambia stand in solidarity with all citizens and residents by expressing their heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families of those who died of the COVID-19 virus and remain committed to fight harder against this dangerous disease. In this most critical hour of our existence, with a virus that poses an existential threat to all of mankind, President Barrow calls on every citizen, regardless of your social class or political orientation, to come together as one people with one goal so we can all be victorious. This he asks of all Gambian, from Banjul to Basse, Carton to Koina, as well as those in the diaspora. Signed, Ibrahima G. Sankare, the Gambia government spokesperson. So guys, that's the press release, but I don't know. Like I said, if you have answers to some of those questions, make me understand. This is an update I'm bringing you with regards to the COVID situation in the Gambia. And do I feel people need to be traveling into the country right now? No. I think people should wait until, things cease. And I know it's going to take time for everything to go back to normal. But again, we need to protect ourselves regardless. So we need to ensure that, because even if you're coming in, it's not only that you're putting the Gambian people at risk, but you're also putting yourself at risk, because who knows, you might come in here and get the virus from here, or you might be the one to bring the virus and infect more people. So I think travel should hold for now. I know the economy is at stake, but let's see what works. Or even if travel is going to continue, let the government put in place regulations that will make this work, because they're spending a lot of money to quarantine people, and at the end of the day, we have poor families in this country who are having a hard time to live because of this virus. And I feel that these funds should be directed towards these people and helping them continue, to continue feeding themselves and their families. So if anybody wants to come in, let your quarantine be on you. That's what I think. That is what so many other countries are doing. So I don't know why the Gambia is spending money on quarantining people when at the end of the day, it's their choice to come into the country. So they need to look at some of these things and put in place regulations that really work if they want to continue having people come into the country, honestly. So, like I said, there is this release from Brussels Airline. I'm going to read that to you so you get an idea of what I'm trying to say, because they are sort of like assuring their continued, operations in the Gambia. And the government is telling us that the airport is closed. So what is happening? I don't know. Listen to this. and enable those residents in the Gambia to return home to the Smiling Coast, while enabling those residing elsewhere to depart and travel home. Due to the many restrictions imposed by the Gambian government as well as the European Union in an effort to contain the spreading of the virus, it is often proven difficult to maintain our flights as planned. In order to provide our usual standard of service, we must have advanced approval in sufficient time to organize the flight operations and also to inform our passengers. This has not always happened, and on occasions, we have only received approvals from the Gambian government 48 hours before scheduled departure. This makes it difficult to ensure the flight operation and unsatisfactory for passengers who have already planned their journeys. We sincerely apologize for the great inconvenience this cancellation causes for our guests. Please understand that we do our utmost to accommodate everyone on next available flight, but as we are currently the only airline operating frequently out of Banjul to Europe, the demand is high. We do everything in our power to respond to many customer requests we face. We thank you for your understanding, and we hope to be able to welcome you on board soon. So that's the press release from Brussels Airline, and this press release was out on the 5th of August 2020. So make me understand here. This was the same Brussels Airline that brought in passengers, and we had cases of COVID-19, like more imported cases. And this is the same Brussels Airline that still keeps operating in and out of the Gambia, whilst the government is still telling us that flights are the airport is closed, even though they said the airport is only open to bring in residents of the Gambia and take back people who are living in the Gambia but want to go back into their countries. But like I said, I know of people who are visiting the country right now, and they are none of this. They are actually coming to visit. So it's either the government is not telling us what it needs to tell us, or there is some hanky-panky happening somewhere. And none of us get this, and I still don't understand this. So I am going to keep bringing you updates as they come, and I hope this video helped to answer some of your questions. And just like I promise all the time, if I have more information with regards to travel in and out of the Gambia, I'm going to bring it to you. But one thing that I know is that Brussels Airline is still operating, and according to the press release, they're bringing in residents of the Gambia and taking out people who want to go back into their countries. So who knows? How do they know who is a resident of the Gambia, even if they give them their documents at the airport? But like I said, I still know of people who are coming in, and they're none of this. Of course, we cannot stop Gambians to come back into their country. But guys, I think with how things are going right now, this is not the right time to travel into the Gambia. At all not. We still have a lot to go to contain this virus. And I am using this platform to call on every Gambian who lives in the Gambia, or if you're not a Gambian and you live in the Gambia, to follow the guidelines, to follow the rules, Stop having this conviction and this idea in your heads that COVID does not exist. It does. People are dying. In as much as we have more people recovering and more people getting infected, but that does not scratch out the fact that people are still dying. And I don't know why people have mites in their head. I don't understand it. But the truth is, this virus exists and it's affecting a lot of people. And we need to make it a collective responsibility to pass on the right message and to ensure that people are following the rules, and for us to be able to contain the virus together. Put on your face masks. Stop visiting people right now. This is not the time to visit. Even relatives going from one place to another to see family, stop it. It's not the time to. Stay in your homes. If you have any symptoms, call 1025. And also they have a new numbers to call. This is the list of numbers you can call. In case you cannot reach 1025, call these numbers and be able to seek help for you and your family. So this is all I have for you on this video. Like I said, thank you so much for sending your love and prayers. I feel much better today, and as soon as I get my results, I'll give you updates on how things are going in here and what the result says. But I really appreciate the love, and I appreciate the advices. I am home. I've been home all through. I'm also working from home. I'm doing these videos from home, so you don't have to worry. I'm not going out to do any video right now. So look forward to more videos from me. What I'm trying to do is to give you more information about the Gambia. So aside the regular videos that I bring when I go out to places, now that I can go out to places, I'm just going to be documenting 1 or 2 information that you need to know about the Gambia aside COVID-19. Just some fun facts about the Gambia, key things I think you need to know, culture, tradition, all those thingy. I will also be doing a video on Gambian passport holders, visa free. Somebody asked for that video, so I'll be doing a video on that, and it will be up as soon as I can. So these are some of the videos I'll be bringing to you very, very soon. So stick to my channel and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and turn on the notification bell so you get updates about videos I'll be uploading. And if you have been here from the beginning, oh my god, e-hugs for all of you. I love all of you, and I'm sending all of you e-kisses and e-hugs. Thank you for growing the family. We are about almost 8,000 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed and you're watching this, subscribe. Yeah, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and it means a lot to be here with all of you. I hope this video helped, and let me know what you think in the comment section. And now that I am home and I have the chance to be doing videos online, let me know the videos you want to see, information about the Gambia, and I'll try my best to bring those videos to you. Take care of yourself, and have a lovely day ahead, and kisses from the smiling coast of Africa, the Gambia. Much love.